In this video, the auditor is following audit trails on the communication of customer-related issues to the shop floor. Watch this video and see whether the auditor does this effectively. So we were looking at the customer performance data and the communication of that, and in that we saw that your automotive customer that you are yellow with, you'd had two customer concerns.
Right.
The left hand and the right hand part. The number I got, let me just check, 5652 and 5653.
Correct.
What I now want to follow the trail for then is how does that get communicated to the people in the work area, and what action did you take to fix that problem?
Absolutely. So this is our quality alert board.
Okay.
And you can see right here, we're describing the issue with these part numbers. It's actually a gap issue here.
Right, okay. So the gap in here, is that the...
Yeah, right in here is the issue that the customer has identified.
Right, and what is the tolerance on that gap?
So the tolerance is plus or minus 2 millimeters.
Right, and how do you measure that gap?
Oh, so we have a gap stick.
Right.
That we use online in a line test.
Right. Now we'll have a look at that gap stick, but can you tell me a little, is that calibrated, the gap stick?
So those gap sticks, we replace every month.
Right.
And those come directly from the manufacturer.
But any calibration certificate come with them?
No.
Because I do see that under the evaluation measurement technique that you use the gap stick.
Right.
So for each type of equipment that's specified on the control plan, I want to see measurement system analysis, but also for each piece of equipment, we need to see evidence of the calibration. So I'm going to be following that audit trail through. Now on measurement system analysis, I guess this is only attribute. You're not recording the value of the gap.
No, we are not recording that value.
So for that type of measuring system, have you done any form of attribute measurement system analysis?
There has been a study done, yes.
Right.
That wasn't me. I did not do that study, but I can pull that subject matter expert that did.
Yeah, I will need to see that gauge error, that attribute agreement analysis study.
Okay.
So when we're going through production, if you can get somebody to bring that to the workstation, that will be good. Thank you. So let's summarize. The good thing is the auditor was following the audit trail from how customer-related performance issues are communicated to the shop floor. And the key IATF requirement related to this is 7.3.1. So then the auditor followed the trail to see the particular problem that had been identified, which was related to gap, to how the gap was measured. And the auditee indicated that the gap is actually measured in this case by a gap stick, which is measuring the gap to make sure that it met the tolerance of plus or minus 2 millimeters. The auditor was right then to follow the audit trail to see whether this particular piece of measuring equipment was included in the calibration system, and for this type of measuring system, whether measurement system analysis had been done. And obviously the right type of technique here would be attribute agreement analysis, as we're not making a physical variable measurement, but we're checking whether the gap stick fits within the relevant gap and whether the product is within specification. So the relevant clauses here in IATF would be 7.1.5.2 related to the calibration and 7.1.5.1.1 related to measurement system analysis. So what are the key learning points? The first one is it is key that an auditor follows audit trails on how customer-related issues are communicated to the shop floor. The second learning point is that based upon those audit trails, we need to make sure that any relevant equipment used to verify product conformity first is calibrated And secondly, for that type of equipment, that measurement system analysis has been undertaken.